Good evening, everyone. This is Nimish. We are going live with our new expert, Bhagyashree Bhati ji, who has joined today, and she will be taking up topic unleashing the true potential in you. Just to give you a background about her, she is a clinical psychologist, an academician, and psychopreneur, transformational coach, and also has started her own organization, and she's working as a CEO at Brainstorm International. She is an educational evangelist and a clinical psychologist with more than 10 years of experience. She has been working in psychotherapy, counseling, specializing in anxiety, depression, stress, and such related issues. So let's welcome her. Thank you so much, Bhagyashree ji, for joining today. Please take the topic forward and provide as much information to the public as possible. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Nimish. So, first of all, I would like to thank Nimish and Career Naksha for providing me with this opportunity, and they are doing a really wonderful work in terms of career counseling. So, thank you so much once again, Nimish. So, taking over. So, today we are going to understand, like, when I say unleashing the true potential in you. Now, I think each one of us have some kind of a potential within us. So let's understand how you can identify and how you can, understand where you're going. So before I get started, Nimish has already told a little bit about me, and my actual aim is to create the awareness and build a community where I can use different kind of pedagogies as a therapist and as a transformation coach. So first of all, namaste to everybody and hello everyone once again. So let me begin by asking you few questions I would say. One is we often come across different kind of people in our life, and sometimes we wonder like why one man is a huge success where somebody is struggling all the time. There are some people who will fall sick so often, but there are some people who are always healthy come what may. In an organization, sometimes one salesperson is doing really amazing, whereas one same kind of work, the other person is really struggling really, really very hard. Sometimes one person is really sad and one person is always very happy, go lucky all the time. We have also come and heard about a lot of stories where people are getting cured with very difficult disease or challenges like cancer and or even worse, but whereas some people are there who are like they're not even able to cope up with just basic flu. And why is that so? ऐसा क्यों होता है? So, only one thing I would like to say to answer all these questions: the people who are doing well, who are able to cope up with their health challenges, who are able to be more successful, is only because they have understood the power of their subconscious mind. Now I will briefly tell you how does our subconscious mind works, and once we know how to use our subconscious mind properly, there is an inevitable success that we can get in our personal as well as in our professional life. So, according to the studies, like the most successful people, they are using like 10% of the people in the world are the only one who are actually leading the world. It's even the number is even lesser, and they are the ones who are actually using their mind very successfully and very nicely with the help of their mind power. Sometimes you always say like कि कुछ लोग हैं जो कुछ भी करते हैं, even by fluke they are doing so well, but there are some people who are put in so much hard work but फिर भी they are not getting that results up to the mark. Do you agree with me? Have you come across such people in your life? Right, I think sometimes it's our close ones, relatives, friends, we see people that, you know I think एक friend तो ऐसा होता ही है जिसमें कुछ भी नहीं कर रहे but they're still able to cope up with a lot of things, whether it's their personal life or professional life, so beautifully. Now, once we understand how our mind works, because this is something that no institution, no schools, they don't really explain us. Actually, what happens when we are out of school, when we are out of college, when the reality strikes, when we actually deal with those kind of challenges, what happens? राइट, कोई भी टीचर हमको ये नहीं बताते कि भाई एक्चुअल में लाइफ में जब चैलेंजेस आते तो उसके साथ कैसे डील करना है। कोई भी हमें ये नहीं बताता कि रोट लर्निंग सीखा है, ये सीखा है, साइंस अप्लाई करो, मैथ्स अप्लाई करो, एवरीथिंग वी लर्न इट इन स्कूल, बट एक्चुअली व्हेन वी गो इनटू आवर जॉब्स, व्हेन वी गेट स्टार्टेड विद आवर बिजनेस, द एक्चुअल challenges, whether it's our personal relationship or professional relationship, nobody teaches us how to deal with that. Because yeah, all these things do add up to a lot of stress, एंड वो स्ट्रेस के साथ कैसे डील करना है ये हमें कभी नहीं सिखाया जाता है बचपन से. इट्स नो स्कूल, नो कॉलेज, नो इंस्टीट्यूशंस, they don't really tell us how to actually use our minds. So I would like to start with one thing. Now we all have a mind, right? I hope you all agree with that. Because and what is the difference between the mind and the brain? Now brain is like a hardware where I would say, like, if you cut open the skull you will be able to see the actual part, so that's the brain. And mind is something like a software, it is something you cannot see, just like your phone, just like the any kind of a device where I can see my laptop, but I can see the laptop, I can touch it, but I can't really see the application, or I can't touch the application that's running behind it. So similarly, our mind is like a software and the brain is like the hardware, and the brain then controls the entire body. Now let's understand what does this our mind is. Now our mind is divided into two parts, that's the conscious mind and the other one is the subconscious mind. तो कॉन्शियस माइंड है जो सिर्फ 10% रोल प्ले करता है हमारी लाइफ में, वेयर एज सबकॉन्शियस माइंड प्लेज 90% ऑफ द रोल इन आवर लाइफ. एंड ये बहुत ही कम लोग एक्चुअली यूज कर पाते हैं अपने लाइफ में कि सबकॉन्शियस माइंड को कैसे यूज करना है. बिकॉज वंस वी कैन यूज आवर सबकॉन्शियस माइंड and we know how to get that focus and concentration into our life, most of the problems, whether it's in our professional life or in our personal life, they can be taken care of easily only by commanding our subconscious mind correctly. So as I said, 10% of the mind is our conscious mind and 90% is the subconscious mind. और बहुत ही दुनिया में सिर्फ 5% लोग हैं जो एक्चुअली उनको पता है कि अपना माइंड कैसे यूज करना है. सो कॉन्शियस माइंड आई वुड से it's more like Aladdin. So you all have ये एक आपने बचपन में या कभी ना कभी आपने अलादीन के बारे में सुना होगा, जहाँ पे अलादीन जब भी लैम्प रब करता है, इट्स अ स्टोरी अबाउट द अलादीन एंड द जीनी. तो अलादीन के पास एक लैम्प होता है. सो व्हेनेवर द अलादीन रब्स दिस लैम्प, एक जीनी निकल के आता है. सो व्हेन द जीनी कम्स आउट, व्हाट डज द जीनी सेज? इट सेज योर विश इज माय कमांड, जो हुक्म मेरे आका. So similarly, conscious mind is just like Aladdin, whereas subconscious mind is just like our genie. And let me tell you all one thing, that this genie, we all have it in us. It's not like कि भगवान ने मेरे को जीनी दिया है, आपको नहीं दिया है, या किसी और को दिया है तो इसमें नहीं देंगे, मे बी दिस पर्सन इज गुड सो जीनी इसमें रहेगा. सो इट्स नथिंग लाइक दैट. We all have this genie inside us, and it guides us to do the right things, I would say. And another way of looking at it is also like there are situations where जैसे कि जो हमारी गट फीलिंग होती है, जैसे कि जो सिचुएशंस में हमें गाइड करती है कि वेदर यू आर डूइंग द राइट थिंग और द रॉन्ग थिंग, कि अच्छा दिस इज समथिंग दैट इज नॉट राइट, this is something that you're doing it properly, there's something कि it's very fishy. So ये जो feeling आती है, where is it coming from, who is telling you? The inner voice is there, right? So your inner voice is nothing but that's your subconscious mind talking to you, and it's in the simplest way, it is somebody like a genie who's constantly guiding you to do the right thing or the wrong thing. Now, when I talk about the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, conscious mind has just 10% power in it, whereas subconscious mind has 90% of the power. Conscious mind जब हम जगे हैं तभी वर्क करता है, subconscious mind is working 24/7. Now, it will not differentiate whether you're doing a right thing or the wrong thing. जैसे अलादीन लैम्प रब करता है, व्हेन द जीनी कम्स आउट, अलादीन जो भी विश मांगता है, द जीनी फुलफिल्स इट. Genie will never cross question you whether you know what kind of wish is this, is it a very stupid wish, how can you even ask for this. Genie will never say that to you, right? It never says that to Aladdin. What does it do? Okay, Aladdin has told me to do this, I'm going to give my 100% to make it true for you, because it is something he's asking with full faith. So subconscious mind is working 24/7. So whether you're giving the good commands, whether it's doing the whether you're giving the bad commands, it cannot differentiate. It just turns everything into reality, and that's the job of the subconscious mind, and it's working 24/7. So my friends, little bit I have explained you about what is your conscious mind, what is your subconscious mind. So right now when you all are listening to me, which mind is working? You can type it in the comment. Is it your subconscious mind? Is it your conscious mind? For subconscious mind, you can write an SM. For your conscious mind, you can write a CM. Or if it is both, you can type both. So, yes, so right now, as you're listening to me, both the minds are involved. And also, conscious mind is somebody who will help you to set your goals, which makes you think, whether subconscious mind is going to help you to achieve those goals and reach and fulfill whatever you dreams you wish for. So that's the role of the subconscious mind. एंड बोलते हैं ना कि कॉन्शियस माइंड ने जो भी कमांड दिया है, जो भी अलादीन ने कमांड दिया है, सो सबकॉन्शियस माइंड विल मेक इट लाइक true in every possible way, whether it's the right thing or the wrong thing. So it doesn't differentiate between what is the reality and what is not the reality. So that's the thing, and there are no limitations whenever you're talking about conscious mind. सबकॉन्शियस माइंड में जीनी को फिर भी एक एक बार में हम विश मांगते हैं या बोलते हैं, बट वेर एज सबकॉन्शियस माइंड इट हैज अनलिमिटेड wishes, that it has the capability to fulfill those wishes, and it has no limitation. Now that's up to you whether you want to take that up as in a positive way or in the negative way, because as I said, it cannot differentiate whether it's the right thing or the wrong thing. So now let's talk about the power of these minds. So as I discussed how our conscious mind works, so it help us in the form of thinking, like whatever we go through in our life, through our experiences, the thinking process, the analyzing, logical जो भी करना रहता है, decisions लेना पड़ता है, thoughts आते हैं, जैसे कि for example ये सही है या गलत है, uh, maybe this is not the right thing for me. So these kind of things where you're logically using your mind, that comes from your conscious mind. It helps you to take actions, identify the right opportunities in your life. It is also responsible for your intelligent quotient. That's the IQ, because that is something, again, it helps you to understand a lot of things. Whereas your subconscious mind is, again, it does, जो भी कमांड्स आते हैं कॉन्शियस माइंड से, so सबकॉन्शियस माइंड का काम ये है कि it turns, creates those kind of opportunities for you. Now imagine if you're continuously in a stressful state of a mind, like where you're constantly giving a command, like to yourself you're talking, where you have a lot of self talk, where you're not feeling good enough about yourself, you're not feeling very confident about you, and you're maybe not able to achieve the kind of development that you wish for in your personal and the professional life. सो ये टाइप की जो चीज़ें है, सो दैट इज़ काइंड ऑफ, it has the power to, subconscious mind creates, converts all these things into reality, because subconscious mind is related, connected with our gut feeling. So जो भी हम दिल से करते हैं, so जो भी दिल से होता है, so these are the things that has the potential to convert it into reality. सो इफ यू हैव गुड थॉट्स, ना थॉट्स है, फीलिंग्स है, जो हम इमेजेस हम लाइफ में देखते हैं, सो दीज आर द थिंग्स दैट क्रिएट सम काइंड ऑफ अ फीलिंग. सो इफ यू आर इन अ स्ट्रेसफुल स्टेट, you get that feeling of not good. So what does this subconscious mind do? Okay, fine, conscious mind ने command दिया है कि I'm not going to feel good. It converts, it attracts the people who will not make you feel good. Maybe you will get even those same kind of ideas, opportunities also, which will not make you feel good, because these are the things, because I would say, because it's very much linked to the energy that we create. So when you're in a stressful situation, you kind of attract, and you must have noticed whenever you're too stressed or any kind of a difficult situation arrives, that time your brain sometimes don't really work properly. Maybe once you are more calm down and thoda shant hote ho, तो then you get a direction to what to do next. Similarly, when you're in a stressful state, whatever the ideas are there, events are there, opportunities, people, these are the things that you attract. Now, whether it is positive or negative, because the self talk that we are doing continuously with ourselves, when we are overthinking, when we are talking, when we are trying to fix something with our challenges related to professional development or personal, सो जो भी हमारी सेल्फ टॉक है, वो कहीं ना कहीं इट इज अ वे ऑफ अफर्मिंग, बिकॉज दिस इज समथिंग दैट वी आर डूइंग इट रेगुलरली. Subconscious mind is also connected to the source, where it's related to our emotional well-being as well. So EQ, that is emotional quotient, as well as spiritual quotient. सो जो भी हमारे बचपन में, जो भी हमारे जो बिलीफ फॉर्म्स हुए हैं, लाइक आई टेल यू अ वेरी सिंपल स्टेटमेंट. आवर पेरेंट्स हैव टोल्ड अस, like don't go get wet in the rain, you'll catch cold. So this is a very simple belief system, because this is something that has been told to us by our parents, parents के parents ने उनको बोला है, and then this belief becomes so strong. And as we think about going inside, outside to play in the rain or get wet, we kind of attract that thing of feeling of unwell after that, because ये हमने नहीं सोचा है, it is something that is created, we have heard this since we are growing up. So subconscious mind, जो भी हमारे belief system है, they get stored in our subconscious mind. Now these belief systems can be related to, this is a very simple example I've given you to understand. So we have different kind of belief systems related to money, then we have something related to health, relationships. So all our past experiences that we've had since the time we've been born and brought up, वो एक तरह का belief system तैयार होता है. And that is, it turns out and it does show it as we grow up in the adulthood. So money के आसपास सबसे बिलीफ सिस्टम हो सकता है कि आई एम नेवर एबल टू सेव मनी, सो दिस इज ऑल्सो अ काइंड ऑफ अ बिलीफ सिस्टम. And we really need to identify from where that's coming. Relationships, I'm always stuck up in a bad relationship or an abusive relationship, so again a very strong belief system is there. So these are different kind of examples are there. One of the very common ones that we've been listening about it since our childhood is also like mother-in-laws are bad. Now this is also something whereas we've heard it so many times, and even in the TV and the way in social media and other ways, the way it has been portrayed. So these are something, it forms a belief system. Some people are not able to, I don't feel confident when I go out in the public. So these are some of the belief systems that are formed, and there are ways to work on these kind of belief system. So in summarizing way, our health and mind is also equally connected. So I'm not getting too much in detail about this, but our thoughts, our images that we see, our feelings, they create some kind of a tension or a stress if it is in the negative way. Because if you're not feeling good, if the feelings are not right, so these are the problems that you can attract in your life. Now this is not, I am not saying this, it's totally scientific, and this is something that I've taken it from You Can Heal Your Life by Louis Hay. So one of the common disease that we have seen or problems is diabetes, obesity, knee problem. So why does this happen? Why diabetes? Now, probable cause could be like longing for what might have been a great need to control, deep sorrow, no sweetness, less. Now, ये जब thoughts होते हैं, so maybe we may not able to identify immediately, but these different kind of thoughts create some kind of a feeling, which is again not good. Like it can be a feeling of sadness, bitterness, anger, jealousy. It could be anything. So when we are storing this feeling again and again in our body, it gets stored at some part and it starts showing up. When it has not been taken care of properly, it will start coming up in the form of diabetes, knee problem, cancer. Nowadays cancer is very common, and one of the most like the probable cause is there's a deep rooted hurt. Now again, cancer is something when you're not even appreciating yourself, you're just giving to the outside world, but somewhere there's not enough way to take care of yourself. So this is, again, this is not what I am saying, it's again proven by a lot of scientists. So there's a deep hurt, long standing resentment, carrying hatred. So these are the causes that can create these physical problems. Now these are, I'm talking about the thoughts. Now imagine if you all are having, any one of us are constantly having self talk which is not very healthy. Imagine what are you feeding to your body, because thoughts converts into reality in some way or the other, right? If the thoughts are not good, now of course you might be wondering, how can I be positive all the time? You can't be positive all the time, but at least you can take care of your feelings, you know how you can take care of them. So, in short, like a little bit with whatever I've touched, so when you know how to use your mind properly, you can achieve any goals, you can solve any problem, and you can be leading a healthy and a successful life just by using the power of your mind. But इसमें भी conditions applied है. You should be able to achieve, if only if you have 100% faith or belief in it, then it would be easier for you to decide. Because I have set a goal, बट अगर मैं उस गोल में मेरे को कॉन्स्टेंटली डाउट आता है कि मैं कैसे अचीव करूंगा, सो इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू हैपन. It's just like कि if you plant a seed for apple, or of course to grow into an apple it's going to take a couple of years. But if you go and check the seed whether it's growing or no, if you're continuously going to do that, then you know what's going to happen. You know, of course वो apple tree बनने वाला नहीं है. So similarly it happens with your goals also. It happens with any kind of a thoughts you want to create. So that's why, provided you need to have 100% faith and belief in whatever you do. Sometimes we think about how are we going to achieve this, how are we going to risk this, how am I going to start my own business. So sometimes we don't need to think about how, but if we have set a goal, if we believe in that, there is a way our subconscious mind will guide us and attract those kind of things into our life, where it is guiding us to take the right actions. So now how can we do that? गोल्स अचीव कैसे करने, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग वगैरह कैसे करनी है, हाउ कैन वी यूज आवर सबकॉन्शियस माइंड टू अचीव ऑल दीज थिंग्स. So step one is be clear of what you really, really want. Because if you're confused all the time, if you're not clear of what you want, Genie is going to do the same kind of work. It's going to give you always confusing signals. Your subconscious mind will create situations, get people, will always confuses you, or maybe not getting you that clarity. So before anything, you should be really, really very clear of what exactly do you want. That's the first thing. Once you're clear of what you want, second step is you should know how to use your subconscious mind properly. So when I say subconscious mind properly, how can we use it? As I said, we all have a genie within us, but how do I use my subconscious mind? So step 3 is, in the alpha state we can program the mind. That means visualization or affirmation से आप अगर, provided, as I said, conditions applied, if you have 100% faith, then you can really achieve whatever you wish for in your life. Now, what is this alpha state of mind? So again, I'm going to tell you very briefly. So it is a state of mind where whatever you wish for, whatever you desire for, it has a tendency to convert these things into reality. So जो हमारा conscious mind होता है, that's the beta state. The subconscious mind is the alpha state of mind, जहाँ पे हम अर्ध जागृत मन बोल सकते हो, या फिर we are not fully awake but we are not fully sleeping as well, that state of mind. Then we have theta state where we are sleeping, and then we have delta state, that's the unconscious state of mind. So अल्फा स्टेट ऑफ माइंड जहाँ पे हम लोग पूरी तरह से सो भी नहीं रहे हैं और पूरी तरह से जगे भी नहीं है. So in a day, that's only 2 times where you are in an alpha state of mind. One is when once you wake up, and the second is once you're just about to sleep. Because this is a state of mind where you're 100% relaxed, And whenever you're relaxed in that state of mind, whenever you're visualizing anything or using any kind of affirmations, it has a tendency to create those things into reality, because it is going to push your mind to take actions as well, because action taking comes from your conscious mind. So visualization and affirmations are something that you can use it to fulfill your desires or wishes or achieve your goals. Now once you set your goals, so again, whatever you goals you're setting, you should be clear of exactly what you want. It should be very clear. As I said, you can't send a confusing signal. And second, you have to know how to use your subconscious mind. And subconscious mind, when to use, we can use it with the help of visualization and the affirmations. Affirmations और visualization से हम हमारे mind को reprogram कर सकते हैं. So again, this is a very broad topic. It's very much scientifically proven. But if you're not feeling good, if the feeling is not right, then these things don't really work in your favor. Right? So once you know, if you're feeling good in the relaxed state of mind, in the alpha state of mind, when we use the technique of visualization, affirmation techniques, we will get the good opportunities, good ideas, events. People will come into our life who will guide us to do the things that we really, really wish for. So, what happens after programming the mind in the alpha state? So, alpha state mein, so what are we using? We are using affirmations and visualization. So, whenever we are using these things, of course, you are attracting those kind of things also in your life. So, as I said, remember one thing, that it's always necessary what you are feeding it to your brain or your mind, because that is something it's going to convert it into reality. So it's up to you whether which state of mind you want to be, and use your genie wholeheartedly, and which will create, because this is something, we all have this unlimited potential within us, and it's on us how to use it and full-fledgedly. So, and final and the last step is again to take actions, because एक बार हमने decide कर दिया, once we get the clarity, once we know how to guide the genie, once we have figured out what our affirmations are, once we start visualizing it, so उसके बाद actions लेना भी ज़रूरी है, because बिना खाली विजुअलाइजेशन के तो काम नहीं चलेगा. सो once you get that inspiration, once you meet those kind of people, once you get those kind of opportunities, you will know that it's time for you to take actions. And once you start taking actions, you will definitely unleash the true potential in you. So thank you so much. And if you all have any questions, please do ask me in the comments so that I can help you out with the anything if it is there. Any questions? You can type it in the chat. All right. So thank you so much. I will definitely get back, and you can still drop it in the comment, and I'll see how I can help you out with all your queries and answers. Thank you so much, Career Naksha, for having me once again. Thank you, Nimish ji. Thank you so much.